Maeve, Matt. Good girl. Maeve, down. Good girl. Maeve, stay. Free. Good girl. So we've been working on a door behavior for Miss Maeve. So every time that someone comes to the door, or you have guests that are coming over, then you're going to want to go over this pattern and routine. So even having the window open was a new element that was too difficult for Miss Maeve to handle. So be aware that something that might seem like a small difference to you can make a huge difference for her. The kids were messing around in the front. That was another element, but the window was open. It was far too much for her. So we shut the window, and all of a sudden she can focus. So just be aware that you need to work with her where she's at and make sure that she's making success and making headway. So we've got our mat here. Here, you missed a sweetie. Right here. Right there. And so we wanted to come on over to this the spot made mat. Good girl. And so what we want is for Miss Maeve. Maeve. Good girl. Stay. Good girl. Free. Like that, to start to chain things together. So I can tell a good girl for each individual step. You notice in the first one, I was clicking for each individual piece. We want to get her to where she can come on over and understands exactly what we're looking for. Another freebie. Good job, sweetie. And so you can have her come to the mat, click when she hits the mat, have her do it down, click when she does it down, tell her to do a stay, and then turn around, tell her free when you're done with that, then give her one last click. Ideally, we want her to just tell her mat, she comes in over, lies down the mat, stays, even without us telling her stay. We can turn around and open up the door, and then just tell her free and let her know when she's completely finished. So it's just breaking things down into smaller steps to where she understands the complete whole. And the last piece is just that you can make this real gradual, messing with the doors. You can do tiny little door opens, maybe it's just messing with the doorknob until eventually we're swinging it open. We're opening up the storm door. So that was swinging that open too abruptly, was too much for us. So let's go over that piece. Maeve, Matt. Good girl. Good girl. Free. So you notice on that, it was just opening up the door a little bit more slowly. Just popping it open and swinging it open can be a little bit too much for her. That's fine. Go get it, sweetie. Maeve, Matt. Yeah, here's the marking too. It's okay. Good girl. Good girl. Ah. Maeve. Matt. Good girl. Down. Good girl. Stay. Free. Good girl. Good girl. So I'm actually happy that happened just because it is good to work from different sides of the mat. She might beat you to the door, in which case then you'll want to be able to tell her mat from here. She'll come back, or you get to the door first. You tell her mat, she's running around over here, you want to come over to her spot. Both should be fine and dandy. I was actually impressed. She did a great job on that. We can sneak behind her, open up the door, and tell her to go to her mat. And anyway, she wouldn't jump up, didn't get too startled by that. So that's very, very good. And she'll really thrive off of habit and routines, which is the same thing over and over again. Um, and if you've got some repetitions, let's say that you work with family members to where they can bust off, 3 or 4 or 5 repetitions, one right after another. You have a guest, a willing guest that comes over, can work on some repetitions. She'll really thrive on those reps. Um, and the first one will obviously be the most challenging, and then after that it'll be a little easier, a little easier. Um, and so it's really just getting to where she understands that regardless of if it's FedEx guy, my mama, or maybe a mother-in-law, someone else, that we do the exact same thing regardless, and just continue to make things more challenging in that regard, and we just make it more and more realistic. So this will help with pouncing on folks when they come through the door. She just will know this is my role and my job when folks come to the door. So you get a freebie. That's very, very good job, sweetie.